Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to Frontier Opening Bell. It's a Thursday, the 7th of April, and this is how your market finished off on Wednesday. I am hosting number 5. The Nigerian market softened by 0.02%, despite 1.1% advance by Seplat Energies. MTN Nigeria was the most actively traded stocks in turnover value by nearly 380 million naira. The shares of JITCO down by 1.1%. Zenith Bank also contributed to the drag on the Nigeria's market space on Wednesday. On that midweek trading, the BRVM went up 28 basis points. The Egyptian market fell by 29. The Nairobi Bourse down by 55 points, and the South African GSE fell very sharply, 1.23% after the initial 8% decline in the shares of MTN Group early before the stock finished up by 4.4% on the back of about 7.4 million ordinary shares. We saw the shares of Naspers, Prosus, Implats, and others on the downside on South Africa's trading day. Wednesday, financial services managed to moderate those declines in resources and industrial goods. Okay, so let's throw in some news from East Africa, where Kenya is looking to subsidize oil retailers for fuel sold at higher prices. The arrangement between the government and the oil marketing companies in Kenya is to allow all petrol imports done after March 15th to be subsidized so that energy prices can be really maintained and try to prevent it hurting ordinary Kenyans. Bamburi Cement has gone to court with the Kenya Revenue Authority over a tax dispute of about 288 million shillings. And Jubilee Holdings reporting its full year 2021 numbers, profit rose 66% to 73 million US dollars. Jubilee Holdings is a financial services company, one of the biggest operating within the Kenya and the entire East Africa. And Uganda's PMI, which is the Purchasing Managers Index for the month of March, came in lower than the month of February, 55.7 reading in February, down to 51.9, steadily now around the 50 contraction level. And the figure below that shows a negative reading. Then the DP World of Dubai has launched what you call a wholesale e-commerce program or platform in Tanzania, East Africa. Okay, let's get on to West Africa, and the news is coming through that Afrexim Bank announced a $4 billion US dollars trade financing program for Africa for countries involved in trade, tourism, oil and gas, metals, on the back of the Russia's war on Ukraine. While Dangote Cement has opened the door for another bond issuance program, 300 billion naira is what Dangote Cement is doing in commercial papers flotation. That is just hit the street in the new week. Shell says releases sustainability report globally for 2021 and says our crude oil spills in Nigeria's Niger Delta was about 3,300 tons last year. This were due to sabotage by those criminal elements who went to break those pipelines. And Orange in Cote d'Ivoire is looking to list on the BRVM. That's the Pan-West African French-speaking exchanges headquartered in Abidjan. Orange is one of the largest telco operators in Africa, mostly in the west and the northern part of the continent. And the IMF team are on the ground in Ghana to help President Nana Akufo-Addo assess the state of the economy and propose some measures to reflate the economy and get it back on growth footing. So let's we step into the Southern Africa space with a couple of news within the mining sector. But starting with the retailers, according to a news story, the Easter holiday sales is expected to be a good news for the South African retailers, from Massmart to ShopRite and a few other names, Mr. Price and a whole lot of others. The study says South Africans are now looking to a very robust Easter holiday, having been under massive lockdown restrictions over the virus since 2020 and 2021. South Africa's central bank says that it will be good to have what you call an industry-wide engagement with everyone before the adoption of blockchain into the financial system. And the EFDB team of Dr. Akinwumi Adesina are on official visit to Botswana and Zimbabwe, while the Zimbabwe mines are looking at $1 billion funding shortfall over the next 5 years due to the state of the economy and in particular the exchange rate of the Zimbabwean dollar to the US greenback. And still problem for Sibanye Stillwater in the mining sector in South Africa. The 30,000 strong gold miners are still on strike for the second month running and losing the pay that they would have gotten. About 164 rand per day is the pay. Now, that was the subject of a contention between the mining company and those mining workers. Let's get on to North Africa, where it all starts. That was where we end. Egypt's PMI is slumping, and this is not really good news for the North Africa's and one of the continent's largest economy and advanced, by the way, and industrialized. The numbers reading 46.5. That is a contraction, you know that, for last month, coming down from 48.1 reading in February. In the meantime, President al-Sisi has okayed a new law that will allow for further gold exploration in the eastern desert of Egypt. Libya's oil minister says no, he does not agree that there should be an international system that will manage oil revenues. Libya needs all the oil revenue it can get to get the country back on the footing, which has been in political and fractional divide since the exit of Colonel Muammar Gaddafi in an uprising in 2011. And Morocco's financial authorities are warning against the use of virtual currencies in the country. Said no, virtual currencies is not allowed. Next door is Tunisia, where its money market rates rises further to about 6.26% for last month. And that's the data coming from the central bank in Tunis. And that's it for this morning on Frontier Opening Bell. You've been briefed for today's trading day. You can watch the show again on our YouTube at Frontier Africa Reports. Of course, you go on our website, frontierafricareports.com. You can read all of our stories. You get to see a whole lot more about other shows and news that we have for you, including podcasts. And of course, you can see us on social media, on LinkedIn, on Twitter, Instagram, and all of that. It'd be good to have you follow us and subscribe. By the way, our YouTube is free. Have a great day, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow.